So it's podcast editing today, which is a pretty common thing for me, really. I do a lot of dialogue editing, mostly for podcasts. So I will run you through, because I'm just about to start one. So we'll make a start and I'll run through and pick out some of the common things that I need to do. So let's switch over to here. So first things first, I've got two different tracks because it's an interview. I will regularly just cut out the parts where someone is not speaking so that there's no background noise. The other thing I will do, first of all, before I do anything else actually usually, is put a little bit of noise suppression in there, because if I play that back, you don't hear it an awful lot, but there is a bit of hiss in the background and things there. So I will use, again, one of my fairly standard tools just to check out the noise profile and check out the noise profile for this one. And by using those two fairly automatic tools, I'm not doing anything surgical here, they will cut out all the background hiss and the background noise that's there and allow me just to concentrate on the dialogue itself. So I'm going to start having a listen through all of this, and when I get to bits that are particularly interesting for you, I will show you what I do to maybe cut out words or breaths or tidy up a phrase and things. Here's a classic one that I always try and get rid of. You'll hear, it's a chap called Dave in this instance, smacks his lips when he's just about to say a sentence.
A network and 38.
I can't stand that. So I will just quickly get rid of that noise there, and you'll play it back.
Put it out to my network, and 38% of people are.
And it's gone. So.
The people are.
The other common problem I have when people are doing interviews is that a lot of this is remote, and so you'll have time delay between each of the voices. So here, for example,
Mike, how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing great, Dave.
That's how it was live, but that doesn't sound great when we're listening to it back, so I will move that around.
But in this area. So Mike, how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing great, Dave.
Well, Mike,
So Dave repeats his words here a little bit.
Well, what temperature is it with you?
And if I can do anything to tidy things up for people, I will. So that doesn't sound like a lot, but if I just get rid of the bit the first time he says it, it's a lot neater.
Well, what temperature is it with you right now?
And there again, we have another big gap because of the time delay between countries.
I'm wrapped up well. What temperature is it with you right now?
You know, today we are in the 60s in Dallas.
Oh, chilly for you then.
Okay, so there's also a big breath at the start of this one.
Right now.
You know,
so I always like to get rid of big breaths. When I'm dialogue editing, I often leave breaths in the middle of a sentence or in between two sentences and things because it's very natural. But when someone takes a really large breath before they start to speak, I tend to take that out because when you're listening to a podcast, that can be quite off-putting.
Right now.
You know, today.
Right now.
You know, today we are in the 60s in Dallas.
Oh.
So here's another bit I want to take out. This is very common. In fact, I'm doing it a lot in the videos. People put M's and ums quite regularly when they're just processing what you're about to say. And when it's in a podcast like that, I try to get rid of as many of them as I can, sort of thing, without it feeling unnatural. So,
but just
I'm going to get rid of that M and the little smack. And then move everything up. And I think
work that you do, but just
yeah, that's just a noise in the background from the interviewee. So we'll get rid of that.
Do, but just
and maybe get rid of that breath as well.
By the work that you do, but just so people watching this video and listening to the podcast can actually get an understanding.
So about 20 minutes long. I'll be going through the whole thing and doing all of that until it gets to the point where I'm happy that it's a bit more of a professional product and people will be quite comfortable listening to it on their headphones and things. So that is that. I'm not going to make you listen to the whole 20 minutes of me doing it because it takes about an hour. Okay, thank you. I will see you tomorrow.